Hey, what's going on there, folks? Earthmaster here, checking in 12/12/2018, just after 10 p.m. here, mine time. And I just now happened to notice that there was no audio on the last video that I did post in regards to the YouTube live streaming suspension due to some copyrighted music being played on the stream last night, I believe. No copyright strikes, no guideline strikes, just a suspension of my eligibility to stream on YouTube. I have looked it up a little bit. I am going to contact YouTube here and find out a little bit more information on it. They did require me to take a little class that they have. It's a copyright class in regards to watching like a 5-minute long video stating how copyright affects the original content owner and stuff like that. So I did that, and it's got a little questionnaire afterwards of about 5-6 questions which you need to pass, which I did as well. It is what it is for now. Apparently a lot of the songs that I had in the library of my music library that I normally play sometimes here on the stream were indeed, in fact, copyrighted, because I had about 200 emails this morning from YouTube, and they're all copyright notices in regards to at least 200 songs that I played on the stream over the last 24 hours. So, it is what it is, and it looks like possibly after 90 days, then the suspension would be up, and I can stream once again on the YouTube channel. But for now, we'll go ahead and keep updating. We'll try to do update videos daily, once again, like I used to before I started streaming here. And keep you folks updated here on the earthquake world, because I think that's what the majority of the folks are out here for, is for earthquake information, and that's what we're going to provide out here. So it's unfortunate with the live stream, but it is what it is, and I just got to move forward and go from there. Taking a look at the earthquake activity. This earthquake activity here in Tennessee occurred a little bit earlier today. A couple fours there, actually a 4.4 and a 3.0 being reported there in the state of Tennessee, just northeast of Decatur, Tennessee. Of course, a lot of folks know, and a lot of folks don't know, that that's New Madrid fault system country out there. Very capable of producing, very large earthquakes out there in that part of the country. But this time, just a little 4.4 at a depth of about 9 kilometers. And like I mentioned before, that 3.0 as well. This, of course, being reported and felt by quite a few people out there. Here's a little bit of information in regards to that activity. The December 12th, 2018 Tennessee earthquake occurred. They actually wrote a summary on it. That's pretty crazy. It occurred in the Eastern Tennessee seismic zone. The Eastern Tennessee seismic zone extends across eastern Tennessee and northwestern Georgia into northeastern Alabama. It is one of the most active earthquake areas in the southeast. Although the zone is not known to have a large earthquake, a few earthquakes in the zone have caused slight damage. Okay, so, I guess it's not really in that area of the New Madrid fault system out there, but still somewhat in that area. It may not directly be on that fault system, but it's over in that direction there. And it goes on to tell a little bit of information about it. Let's see here. It looks like Tennessee earthquake was felt over 310 miles, over a 310 mile swath from southern Kentucky to Fort Benning, Georgia. Reports of strong shaking capable of causing slight damage have been reported near the epicenter. Interesting activity nonetheless. At well-studied plate boundaries like the San Andreas Fault System in California, often scientists can determine the name and the specific fault that is responsible for an earthquake. I don't see anything of them mentioning about the New Madrid fault system out there, but it's just something to pay attention to out there. As you know, we have definitely seen some large earthquakes out there in the past around the New Madrid fault system. I guess this is up a little bit more. Let's see here. So Yeah, it's a little bit further east, I would say, than the New Madrid fault system. I thought it was a little bit further west, but anyway, it's some interesting activity. West Coast is pretty quiet out there today. Still got clusters of quakes down here just south of the Mexico region, and into South America down here as well, just south of Chile region. Did have a 6.3 earthquake there that struck, I believe that was way earlier today out there in the Pacific Ocean. And if I'm not mistaken, that's where the 7.1 struck at there a couple days ago, did it not? Maybe that was a little bit further down south. Yeah, that was actually further south and east over here towards the South America tip. But some strange, interesting activity occurring down here on this part of the globe. While up here, it's pretty quiet. Around Alaska, pretty quiet as well. Like I said, like I mentioned, West Coast is also pretty quiet. A little cluster of quakes out here. A couple 4s and 5s there, and a little deeper earthquake out towards the Fiji Islands region. You can almost see where all this activity is occurring. Just follow this line right along the Pacific Ring of Fire up through the Indonesia Islands region. Of course, extending all the way over here as well. Latest earthquake with the green flag right there, that 4.8 occurring just now. Actually, just a couple minutes ago, I should say. Exact location for this guy. Let me see if I can pick it up here. Southern China region, 4.8. This coming from the EMSCCSEM.org website. Looks like a depth of about 10 kilometers there for that most recent quake. And then we get over here towards the western part of the country over here. You can just see your typical 2s and 3s there with swarming going on through the Mediterranean Sea region. And also looks like through the Middle Eastern region as well. But nothing really standing out. This this beautiful planet we live on. It's it's plate tectonics in action out here, right? Definitely beautiful. Live stream right now. Live seismograph stations right here. Pretty quiet. Looks like a little earthquake there around the Fiji Islands region. Other than that, most of the stations showing no activity, I should say. California, Nevada, most recent earthquake map here, pretty quiet. A little bit of spotty activity up around, looks like the Reno region and just south of there in Nevada, but nothing major at all, or moderate, or even minor to report there from California and Nevada. A little bit of activity here in the swarming, little swarming activity here just north of Quincy, California. Of course, Mount Lassen is way up here, nothing associated with the volcano whatsoever there, being 50 miles away. And these are just microquakes. I'm talking like 0.7, 0.2, and there's just a handful of them occurring there, just north of Quincy region. Yellowstone National Park, I was checking this out a little bit earlier. Pretty quiet. These little darker areas are indicating wind speed or weather conditions up there changing, but no earthquakes to report at this moment, I should say. Real-time tremor detection system is also really quiet here along the western coast. Actually none to report here over the last 3 hours. I can go back the last 2 days, and it's still very, very minimal and very spotty out there. So no slow slip event movements really to report at all in that area. So anyway, folks, like I said, if you didn't get a chance to catch my update video in regards to YouTube suspension there, I apologize about the audio not being on there. I completely forgot to enable the microphone here. Just kind of just shooken up a little bit, over the whole deal. I guess 3 months isn't a long time. It is, but we'll be back up and live streaming in no time here, probably around the middle of March. So it's kind of just right before tornado season starts there, and thunderstorm season starts out there in the Southern Plains region. So it'll be just in time to start streaming out there again. But for now, we'll see you guys a little bit later. I will do updates on any major earthquakes that do happen to come in the area. I do normally post an update video in regards to earthquake activity with magnitudes normally over 6.0. Unless it's like a specific weird earthquake like around New York. Say if New York it's a 4 or 5, I'm going to be posting an update video in regards to stuff like that. So, but for now, have a good night out there, folks, and we'll chat to you guys a little bit later. Stay safe.